Missouri's Jamie McMurray has 4 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series wins, and none bigger than winning the 2010 Daytona 500.
This will be the white flag. Jamie McMurray is in front to try to win the 500.
Truex trying to get up there and help McMurray, but Boyer's right there behind Biffle in the 16.
Checkered flag in the air. The 52nd Daytona 500 to Jamie McMurray. Jamie Mack becomes the 34th driver to win the Daytona 500. It is his 4th Sprint Cup victory.
And welcome the winner of the 52nd Great American Race, Jamie McMurray.
Dude! What's happening?
Dude! Bring it on.
I can't believe it.
I thought you'd had the trophy with you, man.
Well, I would have, but it was I had to go straight to New York after winning the race, and I left it in my motorhome.
But you were not going to let them ship it, right?
No. I thought they said, well, we'll ship it. I was like, I'll just take it with me. I'm okay with
that. No way.
Right.
It'd be like the Stanley Cup. It just travels everywhere.
Yeah, let's take it with us.
It may be one of those situations that, not no disrespect to your wife, but honey, you may have to sleep on the couch. I'm sleeping tonight.
I'd say when I got up the next morning, actually I got up about 4:45, and I had it in my motorhome out front, and I sat there and drank coffee, and I just stared at it for about 30 minutes. I'm like, I cannot believe I'm taking that home with me.
What was the New Orleans coach said he slept with the Super Bowl trophy that night?
Oh.
Yeah.
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton, yeah.
I mean, it's that kind of a feeling, though.
Yes,
it really is.
It really is. It's hard to explain. I mean, I had Jimmy Johnson and Harvick and Kent, all these guys send me texts and tell me, congratulations and just hang on for what you're getting ready to have happen to you. And you get on the NASCAR jet and you go to New York and you just, it's nonstop appearances. And as soon as the appearance is over, they put a cell phone in your ear and they say, here, call this radio station. And it's so much fun, though, because everyone wants to talk to you. They want to talk to the Daytona 500 winner.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
He got in the NASCAR jet. When I won the 500, I got in the van and drove. We drove to New York.
Jamie, what even to me is more amazing, we talk about Big Mo. Momentum.
Yeah.
You roll in here and sit on the pole for this race.
Was that a surprise?
Yes, absolutely. I tell you, I woke up this morning and I'm like, look, this is when it all starts. And as I was putting my suit on today, I was just reassuring, like just telling myself, I'm like, look, you need to really focus and forget about everything you've done over the last 4 days, because that is so distracting, all of the media that goes with that. And then you get here and there's even more media. They want to talk to you again. And it's hard to get focused and get back to where you need to. And Ganassi called me this morning, and he told me, he's like, Jamie, he said, look, he's like, I've had seen a lot of guys win the Indy 500, and they go to Milwaukee the next week and they hit the wall the first lap out because they're just not they're not focused. And he's like, I want you to get in your car and just do what's comfortable to you, but get up to speed slow and just take your time. He's like, you've got nothing to prove. And so I did just that. And then when we put the car in qualifying trim, it had a lot of speed.
Jamie, I heard on the radio this week that your father left Daytona.
He's watching this right now.
Before the race was over. Is that true?
Yeah. He actually he trailered his motorcycle to like 30 miles north of Daytona, and he had a hotel room there, and then he was riding his bike back and forth. When the race ran so long, he didn't want to get on the interstate in the dark, and I'd run like 12th or 15th all day long, so I guess he just figured that's where I was going to finish. But yeah, he ended up taking off, and it's so funny because I did MRN the other night with Eli Gold, and the lady that he was sitting next to happened to call in and told me everything that my dad went through, and it was really fun for me to get to hear what she said he was doing.
Wow.
A good story.
Tell the guys about when you wrecked the car in practice, and you're a brand new team. You don't know any of these people. You don't even know Bono that well.
Right.
And you couldn't make up your mind exactly. Should I go talk to him or?
Right. What do I need to do here? Well, you just, you know what, I didn't know. Well, this is what happened. We wrecked this car, and they get the backup out, and Bono's actually working on the left front A-frame. And I kind of peeked in, and he looked mad. And I was like, I don't really know if I should talk to him right now or if I should just back up. And so I just backed up, and I stood there for a second. He turned around, he started smiling. He's like, it's going to be good. And I was like, Thank God. I wasn't real sure how this was going to go down right now, you know.
I mean, Bono's a pretty good-sized guy, too.
Yes, well, I mean, everyone's a good size to me. 5'8", you know what I mean?
But when Bono's got to look like he's getting ready to rip something apart,
Right.
you believe he can actually do it.
Yeah, you just back up and let him do his thing.
Yeah.
You know, Jamie, in our sport, you never say never, but Daryl and I were talking about this at Daytona last week. It's rare that a driver leaves a team and goes away for a few years, and then you go back to that team. We don't see that a lot in this sport.
Well, when I left, I remember sitting in Chip's office and telling him what was offered to me, and he's like, Jamie, I can't give you the same things. I don't have the sponsorship right now to, you know.
When you were looking at going to Roush.
Right, when I went to Roush, he's like, I can't offer you that same thing. And he's like, maybe that's what you need to do. And so when we left, I wouldn't say it wasn't a big deal, but we parted on really good terms. And actually, I left, and I became better friends with Chip and Felix the years I was at Roush Fenway, just running into them and maybe eating dinner, just hanging out. I became better friends with him, not driving for him than when I was. And then coming back to EGR now, I mean, that friendship has just grown. And you know, I spent 11 days in Daytona, and I went out and ate dinner and lunch with Chip 3 or 4 times in that 11 days, just hanging out and just being guys. So that was really cool for me.
Yeah.